Black Adam reviews are out, guys. Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about the Glass Onion release. Sacha Baron Cohen, is he going to be joining the MCU? Yeah, we got some articles about that. Some bad news about Anna Faris. But also in a good way, sort of, for her. Halloween Ends has been out for a while, and we got some quotes there from some other past cast members of previous installments weighing in. Twister 2 has some plot details that have emerged. But we start off today's show by talking about Black Adam because the review embargo has dropped. Let's take a look at what's being said out there. Black Adam review. Dwayne Johnson's charisma carries a morally muddy superhero flick. Well, that's not good. Yeah. So if you haven't known, it's Wednesday, guys. So Black Adam comes out on Friday. I'm seeing it tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. So pay attention for my straight out of the theater reaction for that, and confirmation. if there's going to be Superman or post-credit scenes, I'll let you know. Actually, we'll talk about that in just a little bit here. But everybody's been putting out their reviews today that have had press access to it. So from Guillaume Colette Sarah. Now, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I learned how to pronounce it this morning, but I forgot how to say it already. I'm going to post a video about that later on, too. It was kind of interesting. Just a fun little thing for you guys there to watch. All right. So, Hollywood Reporter, Variety, Deadline, they'll all have their big reviews up to date, as well as your favorite YouTube reviewers out there that have press credentials. Well, let's go over to the tomato meter and prepare yourselves, guys. 55% by only 65 reviews. Now that dropped a little bit. So let me refresh the page because I've had this up since the morning. Maybe it's changed. Hopefully it's gone up. Hopefully it's gone up. 52%. Ooh, so it's dropped a little bit. Oh, man. But you know what? I still trust Dwayne Johnson with this. I'm still going to go into this with an open mind tomorrow. I don't care about what the critics say. It's only 67%. I do think that people will come around here and it'll go up because some people don't really care. It might be one of those things where the critics didn't like it, but the audience is going to give it thumbs up. So it's just an early review, guys. Early reviews are in. Let's take a look at some of the snapshot reviews and see if there's anything out there that is worth taking a look at. Let's start off with a bad one. AV Club says, there's not really much to stew on with Black Adam once you've left the theater, except to be somewhat amazed at how the story comments but doesn't comment on the actual political situation in the Middle East. What? What does this have to do with the Middle East? I don't know. Here's a good positive review from Screen International. The latest installment in the DC Extended Universe too often succumbs to the conventions of its genre, but some compelling performances and director Guillaume Colette Serra, ebullient B-movie flourishes proved to be sufficient compensation. Is that really a positive? Ebullient B-movie flourishes. That doesn't sound like you're talking about it in a positive manner, but he said it was fresh. Let's take a look at some of the other bad ones here, guys. Despite some promising moments and Dwayne Johnson's scene-stealing turn in the title role, Black Adam ends up more of an uneven effort. Black Adam has Dwayne Johnson, but not enough else to warrant a recommendation, really? I hear things that people really like Pierce Brosnan. Here's a positive one. Through suffering from repetitive plot beats and thin characters, Black Adam is powered by Johnson's performance and is its promise of an exciting future. Well, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about in a few moments, that a promise of a promising future. Okay, so here's Alonso Duralde there from The Wrap, who says, the idea of introducing new heroes with powers first, origin later seems appealing on paper, but not knowing nothing about the Justice Society and its members doesn't make them particularly interesting adversaries for an anti-hero protagonist. Well, yeah, because he's a bad guy, right? But yeah, the Justice Society of America from Hawkman, Aldous Hodge is going to be Hawkman, Noah Centineo is Adam Smasher, Sarah Sahai is Isis, and yeah, Quintessa Swindell is somebody else too, like Cyclone, right? So yeah, you know what? It's just critics right now. I wouldn't wade too much into this because we've seen movies that have had low critic scores, but like the audience will like it. And I think you hear reports. We saw stories yesterday where Dwayne Johnson had come out and said that he pays attention to what the fans are saying, and he wants to give the fans what they want. So I trust in him, and I don't think I'm phased by the early reviews coming in that it's not going to phase me because The Rock here, this has been a passion project of his, right? Dwayne Johnson calls Black Adam Phase 1 of the DC universe, calls Black Adam Phase 1. So yeah, well, we knew that from David Zaslav, the new CEO over there, that they're going to reboot this and have like a 10-year plan, and Superman, Man of Steel 2 is going to be coming along, and hopefully a new Batman with Ben Affleck. So even a tweet from himself, like he's really getting on board with this, right? And Dwayne Johnson says, "This means a lot. Thank you so much. Black Adam will serve as our phase 1 of storytelling in our DC universe. Exciting times for the brand to build up and build out." So he's fully on board with this, and this was just it looks like it was a reply to Cinema Tweets, who says, in one of the best performances of his career, The Rock puts the DC universe on his back with Black Adam movie. Black Adam is refreshing. The action is real in ways Marvel hasn't done in years. So it's okay. So it's very a little bit biased there, but I don't care about that. Moreover, the depth behind Adam and the character feels genuine. This film works. Well, cool. That's what I want to hear. That's a positive review. And of course, Dwayne Johnson responded to it in kind. GSA come home. So tomorrow I'm seeing Black Adam and I'm hyped. Early reviews, do they phase you? Do they make you go, oh well? Sometimes, you don't pay attention to that because you want to see it anyway. You want to see what they're doing with it. You want to see the post-credit scenes, if there's going to be any. They say that there are going to be some. So, yeah. They say that, right? That there's going to be possibly 2. Does Black Adam have any post-credit scenes? After scenes? Well, I heard that there's going to be a mid-credit and a post-credit. So I'll stay around for all the credits because I want to make sure that I'm satisfied. Why Black Adam needs a credit scene? Well, we heard that it's going to be with this guy, right? Soups? Well, we'll have to see. That's a fan mock-up with Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern. Yeah, that's not happening. Well, no. Not for a post-credit scene. I'm expecting to see Henry Cavill as Superman. If not, at least have him mentioned. At the very least, I expect to have him mentioned. But we'll have to see tomorrow for sure. It's releasing early for most people tomorrow, but it's opening up Friday, guys. So we'll be talking about that throughout the week here. And let's take a look at what some of the projections are for what Black Adam's going to be opening to. Some people thought around 70 to 75 million, and I think that because if Halloween ends, it could make 40 million. Black Adam is going to be the next big thing out. So let's talk about that. Global box office needs a hero, Black Adam, raging to 135 million worldwide. 135 million worldwide. So if it makes 70 million domestically, 65 worldwide, I think so. And it's The Rock. I mean, come on, they want to see it just out of mere curiosity. This is the kind of movie where the early reviews don't mean that much. Knock on wood, everyone hopes so far a DC movie that has a shot for less than 200 million. It's going to make more than 200 million. Not opening weekend, but overall. I'm expecting at least 500 million worldwide overall for this. But yeah, 70 to 75 million, 135 million worldwide for opening weekend. That's about the ballpark that I would say. What was the budget for Black Adam? Ooh, 200 million. Well, it got pushed around because of the pandemic era and stuff like that. 200 million, 135 million domestically. So it would have to make maybe around 300, 350 to break even and then make profit on that. It will, for sure. It will. Because it'll have staying power because this will be something that, all the kids will want to go out and see. And aside from all the other horror movies that are coming out because it's Halloween and such, it'll ride strong into November for sure. So I'm projecting hopefully around 600 to 700 million worldwide total for sure. If it makes plus than that, I'm great. That's gravy, right? Worldwide projections for the opening weekend though, 135 million, maybe a bit much, maybe. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think it can make that? Black Adam and its opening projections? I think it can. Yeah, I think it can. All right, guys, if you don't know how this works, we do a daily movie news show live. And for the next couple of weeks, we're going to try experimenting by shifting it from, well, you've seen there on the banner. I'm going to fix this. It's daily 12 p.m. Eastern, but we're going to shift it to 3 p.m. For the next couple of weeks because I've been looking at my YouTube analytics, and it tells me that most of you guys are on between 3 and 5 p.m. During the week. So we're going to check that out, and hopefully we'll get some more people bouncing into the live chat because that's what this show is for, right? And then I've been kind of experimenting. Well, I'm just figuring this out, what I'm going to do, because I prep the show in the mornings always anyway. So I've I want to be able to focus in on my other social medias here, TikTok and Instagram. I want to grow those at the same time. And TikTok is growing nicely. Instagram is just full of bots, so you never really know how legitimate your numbers are going to be. But I'm going to be trying to focus in on that. I just haven't decided yet if I'm going to be publishing shorts for movie news, like you've seen this morning. But I don't know if it's going to come before or after the show goes live. We tried it before here, but I'm thinking that I'm going to publish the shorts version of that in the mornings, and then we'll go straight into the movie news, and then later at night, or maybe during the week, who knows? It's really time consuming because the 3 I published this morning took way longer than I thought it was going to take. I really want to get my first video of the day published like around 10 a.m. And have another one by 11 a.m. Then I break for breakfast after that. If we do full live watch-alongs, which we do here on the channel, we do full live watch-alongs for House of the Dragon. Mondays, next Monday, it'll be the season finale for House of the Dragon will be at 1 p.m. on Monday. 1 p.m., guys, so pay attention for that. I hope that wraps up nicely. And then we just did episode 7 of Andor at 1 p.m. today. So later on today, the shorts version of that will come out. I'm hoping that people will enjoy that. We wrapped up She-Hulk last week, so this will be the last week I'm promoting this. We wrapped up She-Hulk on Thursdays, and we wrapped up Rings of Power on Friday. Lots of people like that. On Saturdays, we do the Horror Weekly Roundup, and the weekends are going to get beefed up, I think. And who knows, maybe those little shorts that I published today will all get published on the weekend, and it'll direct people to the weekly live show. I think that's what we'll do. Maybe that's what we'll do. Because apparently Sunday is when a lot of people are on watching my channel, and Sunday is one of the days that I've allocated to have my day off. So maybe I can publish those shorts all stitched together in a cohesive show for you guys, and you'll be able to watch it then. Yeah. Maybe I should do that instead. I think that's a plan. Maybe I'll publish one during the week, during the day. Yeah, I'll publish one side story, one live show during the day, and a bunch of shorts that will be spread out across all the platforms. We'll drive traffic to this channel, and we will make Mirror Domains a huge success. Hey guys, we're growing regardless. We are still growing, and I thank all of you guys out there for watching and catching, one of these live streams. When you do, I do interact with you guys. With that being said, let's take some live comments here. Hourglass Viking says, Black Adam will gain momentum over Halloween holiday. Then Wakanda will reign supreme to $1 billion. Yeah, Wakanda Forever will blow it out of the water. That's when it'll totally lose steam and magic. But I still have high hopes for Black Adam. I really do. For sure. All right, let's get back into it with the Glass Onion. What's this about? Glass Onion. It's talking about release schedules here too. Yeah, Glass Onion. Peeling back Glass Onion, Netflix's Knives Out theater plan sparks box office controversy. What? In the country's 3 largest theater circuits have alleged to carry Netflix film despite the streamer's ongoing policy that to not report grosses. Oh, okay. So because Netflix doesn't report the numbers and stuff like that, it's going to, well, impact the total for the box office. Well, it shouldn't, because what's happening here, guys, is that Glass Onion releases November, I think, 23rd in theaters. It's only going to be a limited release, guys. So it's not going to be playing on a lot of theaters, but it's going to be packed. For sure. I'm seeing it. I'll be booking my ticket to go see it. And I'll have my straight out of the theater reaction for Glass Onion. And then next month in December, we'll do a full live watch along here on the channel, because I hear good things about this one. I'm on board for this. Daniel Craig as Inspector Blanc. And I never thought I would hear myself say that I'd be looking forward to a Rian Johnson movie, but here I am saying I'm looking forward to a Rian Johnson movie. That changed October 6th when Netflix revealed that AMC theaters, Regal Cinemas, and Cinemark theaters will, in fact, in a first, all play a Netflix title. So there you go. And they just want to share how much, the information of how well it's tracking and stuff like that. But that's just on the business side of things. It's not really that much of a big deal for us, for people who, it's not going to change the eyes that go out to see it, other than knowing that, hey, you can go see it early in the theaters. And I would see it in the theaters because the cast looks spectacular. Glass Onion is a sequel to a big hit. Glass Onion is a sequel to a big hit, says another studio exec. But they, Netflix, can't brag about the numbers, can they? Yeah, a version of the story. Yeah, well, that's just the money people saying, well, come on, you can't really brag about it, but you obviously paid $400 million for number 2 and 3. Netflix did, so they knew how much money it made, so they know how much people want to see it, and word of mouth on this has been really good. So it's not that big of a story, I suppose, for Glass Onion, but there you go. That's what you need to know. Just the people wagging their fingers. Ooh, whatever. All right. Babylon is going to get the release date has been shifted. Babylon. Not that much. It's not a big deal, guys. Babylon release date moved up for Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie. Epic. Damien Chazelle. I like the teasers for this. I think a lot of people did. Very Baz Luhrmann-ish from him. I like Margot Robbie and I like Brad Pitt, so it'll be cool to see them back in this movie. It's a period piece about when movies went from being silent movies to talking movies. You know how that works. Conversation here, and some comments said, talkies, I'm not even going to slap you. You just need to slap yourself. That's what they were called in the style of the time. Talkies. Yeah, talkies. And I don't know if some people, I guess that's just, some people won't get that part of it. They won't understand that. The trailers didn't really do a good job of saying that's what the movie's about. It just looked like it was a period piece of people who were making movies and having parties and having fun times. I expect the second trailer that'll come out hopefully soon will go into a little bit more explanation of that, because the first teaser was very splashy. Very splashy with the colors and the dance numbers and the loud, bombastic cinematography kind of thing going on. But I'm still excited for that. What is the actual release date? It's only a couple of days, guys. So it was scheduled to come out January 6th, wider release, but it was going to be a limited release on Christmas Day, 25th, but it's going to actually come out December 23rd, so only 2 days earlier. It's not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. But Babylon, December 23rd, guys. 2 days after the winter solstice. You're still in the halcyon days, for sure. And you're going to go out and, well, I'm going to go check out Babylon, for sure. Because I'm a movie fan and I like talking about movies. I hope you guys do too. Well, that's why you're here, right? Watching this stuff. All right. This is another big story that people are talking about. Sacha Baron Cohen. Is he or isn't he going to be in the MCU? It caught my eye last night. Sacha Baron Cohen reportedly in talks to play Mephisto in the MCU. Well, that's a very curious choice of actor to come along for that. People have been talking about Mephisto ever since WandaVision, right? Is he the villain in that? Was he the villain in She-Hulk when Madison went to that other dimension and made a deal with somebody named Jake? But you know what? Sacha Baron Cohen, he's a good actor. He's in talks, apparently. And I wouldn't be surprised that, this is like, could Ironheart introduce Mephisto? Because they're going to bring in some other and more villains and stuff like that. And, that would be an inspired choice for sure. Because I do think a lot of people like Sacha Baron Cohen. And it's being splashed all over the places here, guys. Deadline's saying something about it. IGN, Joe Blow. So, yeah, it's rumored still. But I'm pretty sure that this is going to probably get confirmed pretty soon. And if he's not, then it'll be confirmed who else. But Sacha Baron Cohen for sure. I think a lot of people would be on board with that because he's just there. He is in his Borat Mask Kini. They call that one, right? I think people would be like, if you haven't seen him outside of the Borat movies, though, guys, he is a very talented actor. He can transform. And we know that. We know that from like the Ali G show to Bruno, Borat. He can definitely transform. So for sure. And he could play, I think he could play a solid villain, Mephisto. We finally get to learn about who he is and what his part would be in the MCU. I'd be on board for that. Would you guys be on board for that? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, well, now we got to talk about something that's not that great. I was going to chop this out and have it be part of just another short, and I still may. Because I do like Anna Faris. I do. I think she's very talented. She's very funny. Anna Faris reveals identity of director she had accused of inappropriate behavior on set. Oh, God, here we go again. People behaving badly. This seems to be the motif, and I found this actually quite shocking, guys, as to who it was that had inappropriate behavior on set and mistreated Anna Faris. Anna Faris has claimed that the late director Ivan Reitman inappropriately touched her on the set of 2006 rom-com My Super Ex-Girlfriend, My Secret Ex-Girlfriend. So, yes, Anna Faris, you can see right there. I like her a lot, but yes, that Ivan Reitman, the guy who behind a whole bunch of stuff that I know a lot of people liked, Ghostbusters, apparently, mistreated her on set. My Super Ex-Girlfriend. I think I remember this one. Luke Wilson, Uma Thurman. I think I remember this one. Yeah, and Anna Faris was in this in a small one in 2006. Ivan Reitman, of course, aside from the Ghostbusters, he's produced a lot of stuff, but he's also directed a bunch of stuff that a lot of people liked, like Junior, Kindergarten Cop, Ghostbusters 2 Twins, Stripes, Meatballs. Oh, dude. But he passed on like last year, right? And I know some people might out there will be like wanting to attack Anna Faris for this because he's passed on now. And why didn't you bring it up while he was alive? Well, get over yourselves. Now that she's said it, she wanted to heal from this and move on, right? So let her do that. That's what I say. Let her heal from this, move on. What exactly happened on set of this this inappropriate behavior? She goes on and talks with this actress, Lena Dunham. She said, one of my hardest film experiences was with Ivan Reitman. I mean, the idea of attempting to make a comedy under this, like Reign of Terror, he was a yeller. He would bring down somebody every day, and my first day, it was me. This guy, Ivan Reitman, known for making comedies, tore people down on a daily basis. And that's just her account, guys. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. It bums me out. I understand. I've ragged on about this for a long time. That you, as a director, I know that you have to drive the machine forward. You got to get people moving so you can complete shoots on time, on schedule. You're not wasting time and money, right? I know that you got to get up there and say, do that, do this, but actually ragging somebody out, screaming at them, there's better ways to do that, right? Some people just can't handle their emotions and keep it in check. And it's just peeling back the layers a little bit for some people. Like some people, they're just not the people that you thought that they were. It's not going to damage his career because he's passed on now, but I look at it as good for her for, getting out there and trying to heal and move on from this. So what happened exactly? She was doing a scene where she was on a ladder and she was supposed to be taking books off a shelf, and he slapped my butt in front of the crew so hard, all I could do was giggle. All I could do was giggle. So this is probably the scene that she was shooting, and the director slapped her on the butt. You just can't do that, guys. You can't do that. We've all been to the HR seminars saying that that's out of bounds. And I don't want to hear excuses that it's just, he grew up in a different time where he got away with that kind of stuff. No, that's not an excuse. You can't do that. I would never, ever put my hands on anybody, especially on a movie set, even when things are falling apart and the set's burning. It would be I would be like ushering people out of the building, but, I wouldn't ever touch somebody like that. You just gotta know better, dudes. You gotta know better. Even girls too. And it applies to girls too. You can't touch a guy like that either. You just can't do it, man. And I look at it as her airing this now as part of her healing process. And I don't know if I want to look at these comments actually. What a piece of ass he won't be missing. Well, and some people go overboard with that kind of stuff too. It's just like, we'll never know what his side of it was about. But I want to say accusations. Accusations means that you can still hold somebody to account. You can't. He's gone. But I commend her for having, the strength to come out and say this and work through those emotions to get past it. And, because until it happens to you guys, until you get treated like that, you don't know what it feels like. And as she said, she didn't know what to do. She just kind of stood there and laughed. And some people read that and say, well, you liked it then because you laughed. Well, no, because there's a defense mechanism. You just don't know how that works. That bummed me out. And I did record that as a short video that I didn't edit and put together. It may get stitched together for the Sunday, new Sunday stitch up show. We'll have to see how that goes. All right. Yeah. Let's move on. Let's change the tone here a little bit. Because that is sort of movie news, right? Halloween Ends opened up this weekend, last weekend, guys, and the reviews have been out, and it's, it hasn't fared that well with critics and audience. 39% by the critics, with 190 reviews and over 1,000 audience scores. So, yeah, it got torn apart. And if you saw my straight out of the theater reaction for it, it was not good. It was not good. But apparently Rob Zombie's not go-to actresses, but Rob Zombie's actresses that appeared in his version, Scout Taylor Compton and Danielle Harris, have come out and said their piece about the film. Let's see what they said. Halloween Ends slammed by Rob Zombie's Laurie and original Jamie actors. Yeah, because Danielle Harris played Jamie in Halloween 4 and 5, and then she appeared in both Rob Zombie's Halloween movies. Fantastic actress. She's awesome. She's really awesome. And you knew at a young age she was going to develop into a really talented actress just because of the range of emotions that she had to go through. And I prefer the working cut, was it like the sawdust cut of Halloween over the theatrical and the director's cut, because you saw more of the girls in it. You saw more of, these girls and their interactions. You saw more of them, more scenes of them, extended cuts of the scenes with them. And actually, Danielle Harris did a good job in that. But let's see what their quotes are here. They ripped Halloween Ends. What did they have to say? What did they have to say? Well, as we scroll down here, they do have some quotes here. So Scout Taylor Compton said, "It was a really cool story if it was about a new serial killer and what it was like for someone to become a serial killer. But then they just kind of threw Michael in there. Michael Myers, he was thrown in there, is what it seemed like to me." And yeah, if you've seen my straight out of the theater reaction, I think I almost echoed that. And we talked about that on the spoiler review for sure, guys. I did a spoiler review for that on the weekend, and go check that out because I talked about it in quite a bit of length where I said, yeah, it felt like another story where he was just kind of like shoehorned in there at the end. And I didn't like that. So what did Danielle Harris say about this? She said, where are the kills? Where's Michael? What the hell is going on? And you saw that. I tweeted during the movie. It was kind of like 50 minutes in and we're like, where's Michael? What the heck is going on here? Because it's mostly, was it Corey? His name is Corey, right? It's mostly all about him and him becoming a new serial killer. So it's kind of like, eesh. Let's continue reading their quotes here. Taylor Compton said, "Michael was so weak." Well, yeah, he was Old Man Michael. And that was established in the reboot in the 2018 version, that it was going to be the Old Man Michael. But then after Halloween Kills, he got injured, so it took 4 years for him to recover, but he didn't come back to full strength. Him not showing up until 40 minutes in it, so long for a Halloween Michael Myers movie. And the end, for him not to show up and not be strong as F. I was mortified when he went into that tunnel and Corey almost beat him. Yeah, I was mortified. So Taylor Compton, Scout Taylor, didn't like that because she played Laurie Strode in the Rob Zombie version. And I liked that. I liked her performance in that. Maybe we'll watch that version. Although it's pretty risque, the version. I have the director's cut, so I don't know if we'll be able to watch that one. Especially the scene where he breaks out of the mental asylum. But anyway, not Michael Myers. It wasn't the Michael Myers that we deserved. That's not it. That's not the last Michael Myers movie. I felt so bad for James Jude Courtney. Like, this is the end of your Michael Myers? Yeah. Harris said, "I much preferred Corey's kills, Halloween Kills, to Michael Myers' kills." Yeah. He's the only thing that kept me interested, but it doesn't have a Halloween. It should have been a Halloween movie. And a lot of people said that too, right? It didn't feel like a Michael Myers Halloween movie. It was more kind of like an Elsewhere telling of it. And I agree with what they're saying here. Taylor Compton also says, "I know how hard it was to make movies. I also don't want to offend anybody that made this movie. It's just our opinion. Now I get when people have opinions about my movies and your movies. I get it." Well, you know what? That's just what happens. And she's been in other movies too. Where is she? I need to see more from Scout Taylor Compton right there. Of course, I like Danielle Harris too. So that's what they thought about it, guys. I think that's pretty much just echoing what everybody else has been saying about it too. A lot of familiar themes in the criticisms about Halloween Ends. Because as I said too, it's kind of like, it would have been fine if they didn't make it a Halloween movie. Just take Michael Myers out of it, and I think it still works on its own, and just call it something else. And that's sadly, that's where it's going to be at, because $40 million is not exactly the greatest box office effort from it. There's going to be a reboot there somewhere along the lines, I think. Jason Blum only had a contract for 3 films. It's done now. I think maybe they need to move on, because Michael Myers did have an end in Halloween Ends. So we'll have to see how that goes. There's also some other audacity out there in the film fandom universe that I thought I would bring your attention to. Halloween Ends petition launched to reshoot the film following fan complaints. Oh, guys, they're not going to do that. Even a petition like this has never worked for anything, but it makes people feel better. So if you want to go over and sign a petition for, in fact, I'm going to save that we'll talk about this again on the weekend movie roundup, because that's just unhappy with how the movie turned out. Some fans are signing a new petition calling for Universal and Blumhouse to reshoot Halloween Ends. Well, they're not going to do that. The film's there. They're not going to put any more money into it if it's not performing the way that they wanted. I just thought, yeah, Halloween Ends was not a film that the fans wanted. This was the origin story, the Corey story. We deserved a movie worthy of Michael Myers and the Halloween franchise. Yeah, so just the echoing what the two girls from the Rob Zombie Halloween movie said too, right? And I expect a huge, deep drop off this week. Well, because we know that Black Adam opens up this week, so it's gonna be like $60 to $75 million. So expect Halloween Ends to be chopped into half, like 15 million or so. It'll be down to the second spot. Actually, no. That George Clooney and Julia Roberts movie opens up this weekend too, and Banshees of Inisherin gets limited release next week too, right? So, 3 new movies coming out next week. Halloween Ends. It'll still be in the top 5. I don't know if it'll be in one or it'll be dropped down to the second or third spot. Because Smile is still going strong. What do you guys think about that? Halloween Ends quotes. I just thought it was kind of curious to pull that together because I do respect those actresses, and I thought I'd give them a little bit of a voice to, air their grievances. Talking about Halloween, guys, just a fun little story here about Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. Arnold and Sylvester Stallone buddy up in new photo to celebrate Halloween. Well, it's good to see that these two guys get together, right? There they are right there. I guess this was on Arnold's Twitter where they posted this up. Let's see if I can blow that up a little bit for you guys. There it is. They were carving some pumpkins. Well, probably not. Some other people probably carved it and they just said, hey, come here and pose, right? Who knows? Maybe they did. But Arnold says, Happy Halloween to Sly Stallone. There they are. I think those are like Rambo-ish knives, right? Fun. Cool. Just cool to see that they're there. Here's a picture of Arnold flexing his pipes there in the background and all of his weightlifting trophies. Cool, man. That's cool. I dig that. That's fun. That's just a fun little story there for you guys. Some live comments. Sacha Baron Cohen would have been my first choice for wouldn't have been my first choice for Mephisto, Arglass Viking says, but now that his name has been dropped, I can't think of anyone else. Maybe a younger Willem Dafoe, yeah. But Willem Dafoe, he's good, and everybody wants him to be like Joker in the DCEU. I don't know. And he's already played he has played Green Goblin in the MCU. He has because of No Way Home. So there you go. I don't know if that'll work. All right, guys, we talked about this yesterday too. Twister 2, but some plot details have been released a little bit. At least a little bit more. Maybe I didn't read it all yesterday. Twister 2 plot details revealed will honor the late, great Bill Paxton, and indeed he was great. And he's one of those deaths that sucked, man. Because when he went in for some kind of like really generic surgery or something, and they screwed it up, and he died like a week later or something because they didn't do it properly or something. It was terrible, and he was a great actor. So Steven Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment had greenlit this. They want to move this forward. Apparently they got the guy who wrote The Revenant to write the script for this. Twister 2, some plot details. According to Deadline, Twisters, this is going to be the title, Twisters will center on the daughter of Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt, whose character caught the storm-chasing bug her parents had. Okay, so the daughter, and that would be a good reason then to bring back Helen Hunt as a cameo, perhaps, or maybe as a bigger role. Who knows? Well, I'd like to see that. Sadly, Bill Paxton passed away in 2017, but it sounds like the Twister sequel has found the perfect way to honor him by bringing in his daughter who wants to follow in her father's footsteps. And that would kind of echo what they were doing in the first movie, right? Because Helen Hunt's character, her father, died in a tornado, so that's why she wanted to study them so she could warn people. There's something there that they can echo and create like an arc for maybe not 2 films, but maybe 3. Who knows? If this is going forward, all I know is that, guys, the updated visual effects for this kind of stuff, they could really make these visual effects look like pop. I think this is just a promotional poster for this movie, Twister. But yeah, they could make it work for sure and make it really ominous and scary, I think. Really capture that fight or flight response in people, right? Sources have claimed that Twisters is looking to bring back Helen Hunt. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. And then they were looking for directors like the director of Top Gun Maverick, Joseph Kosinski. They were talking about maybe directing this, but they're just talking about the directors right now. Who else did they want? They wanted Christopher McQuarrie from the Mission Impossible movies to perhaps come on to this. I don't know if that's going to happen either because he's busy with Tom Cruise doing stuff like outer space movies. There were talks of Dan Trachtenberg, who just did Predator Prey, to come in and do this. Well, he's debunked that himself. We saw that yesterday from his Twitter. To whom it may concern, I am not making a Twister. So they're throwing names out there. I think they're just seeing what sticks for a Twister 2. Twisters. What do you think about those plot points, guys? And can it work without these two? Were these two pivotal? Well, because you can't have Bill Paxton back, but you can at least have Helen Hunt there. So it's possible. Because there was some relationship dynamics there that was kind of like the backbone of kind of what was driving these two characters that accented the film nicely, I felt. So yeah, there's some stuff there that they could mine between a mother-daughter relationship, trying to maybe they think that, you can't respect your dad by going out and trying to kill yourself chasing storms. So there you go. There's definitely stuff there that could be mined for Twisters. They haven't gotten a director yet. They got a script coming together, but no production start date yet, no release schedule or anything like that. So when that materializes a little bit more, guys, we'll talk about Twister 2 and Twisters as it comes along. So for sure, pay attention for that. I will be. And when I learn about it, I'll be sharing it with you today or on that day as we do the movie news live. All right, guys, if you don't know, I'm a huge Star Trek The Next Generation fan. And Picard Season 3 wraps up. And in Picard Season 3, they're bringing back all the Next Generation cast. Yeah, they are, which is cool. They should. Because, Patrick Stewart's he's not getting any younger. But it's going to be cool to see Beverly Crusher back. Worf is going to be back. I can't wait for it. And that teaser trailer that dropped was awesome. I dug that teaser trailer that showed Lore is going to be back. It's going to have some other villains in there that from the TV show that will be coming back. But you even heard it from Jonathan Frakes saying that perhaps that won't be the last time that he's playing Will Riker. And even Patrick Stewart himself has said that, he would like to perhaps close things out too with a Next Generation movie. So I think that this could happen as long as this cast decides that they are not going to be requesting $1 million paychecks, right? That's the only way that I can see it happening because it would have to be a smaller budget, like around $20 to $30 million. Have it small, be it a small character driven story, like the tone that we got from the teaser for Picard Season 3. Have it like that, and have them kind of have their last swan song, their last outing, because, Nemesis didn't do a very good job at that. And Picard Season 1 kind of fixed that a little bit, picked up some of the loose ends from that. But yeah, can it happen? Should it happen? I think it should. Why the TNG cast is pushing for another movie or spin-off. Could there be another spin-off? And as I said, hey, capitalize on it. If Patrick Stewart's saying that he wants to do it while he's still around, guys. Why not? And I can't wait for a 7 of 9 spin-off. That's what I would like to see because I like Jerry Ryan. And I like 7 of 9, and I would like to see her story develop a little bit more. But what do you guys think? There's rumblings. If people are talking, at least there's interest there. Maybe that's why they're talking about it. They want to see if there's going to be fan interest enough. And it really depends on how well Picard Season 3 is received. Because I like Picard Season 2. I thought it was a step in the right direction. And Picard Season 3 looks like it's going to be pretty awesome. It comes out early next year, right, guys? Premieres on Paramount Plus. I think it was January or February is when that comes out. I can't do full live watch-alongs for it because CBS blocks everything, right? I can't risk the copyright strike because of live streaming. I do live streaming here, so there you go. All right. We got a few more stories here that are listed in the description, but not here on the side. We'll try to go through these rather quickly because we're wrapping up the day here, guys. She-Hulk. She-Hulk apparently was going to have the leader as a villain. It was pitched around as an idea. And I guess were going to go ahead with it, but I guess they didn't want to have the serious ending because the guy who played the leader in the Hulk movie is going to show up in Captain America 4, right? With Harrison Ford coming in as Thunderbolt Ross, so that'll be looking cool. So they kind of jettisoned that idea to go with that weird kind of big fourth wall break. In my original pitch, I did have the leader in there just as an option, as a suggestion, but really I can't remember why it was scrapped. I don't remember. You don't remember? Huh. This is one of the creators, Jessica Gao. Okay. Well, we know we're going to see this character again. So, it didn't need to be in She-Hulk ending. They wrapped things up, I think, satisfactory for me at least, even though it was a little bit jarring for a lot of people. I still had fun with She-Hulk. But there you go, a little bit of a confirmation that, yeah, he was going to be in there. Just wasn't the right time, it wasn't the right place. Hey, it was bloated as it was for some people. What's next? Oh, a Disenchanted poster. Are you guys looking forward to Disenchanted? They got a new poster released. Amy Adams as Giselle. Disney Plus release date and new poster. New release date for this movie Disenchanted will land 6 days earlier than expected on Friday, November 18th. November 18th on Disney Plus. It was supposed to come out Thursday, November 24th, but the long-awaited sequel had originally been, so it will 6 days earlier on November 18th is when you get Disenchanted. Amy Adams coming back to this. It was James Marsden that was also in this, right? Or am I thinking about, no. Well, anyway, there's the new poster. It's not that much. It's just her airbrushed to oblivion. Okay. Yeah, it is what it is. If you're a fan of that kind of stuff. Patrick Dempsey, not James Marsden. It was Patrick Dempsey, right? Maya Rudolph is the villain in it. Yeah, they already released the teaser for it. So if you're looking forward to that, give that a shot. Go over and check that out. All right. I think, well, no, there's, do I want to talk about the people we hate at the wedding trailer? This is a, This is a Amazon Prime movie. The only reason why I pulled this is because it has Kristen Bell in it that I like, Ben Platt and Allison Janney. Comedy on Amazon Prime coming down the works here. And I guess she plays somewhat of a drunkard and doesn't like the fact that her sister's getting married to somebody and she makes a fool of herself. Very rom-commy kind of thing. And I think isn't this the Queen, Muriel or whatever from Rings of Power? I don't know. Sort of looks like her. But yeah, it's going to be like a wedding fair kind of thing. She doesn't want to be there. We've all seen this movie before, right? Based on the beloved novel. Well, yeah. I watched this trailer. It's out there, guys. It's not going to be on Amazon Prime, so it's Kristen Bell. I'll be checking it out anyway, because I do like Kristen Bell, but I just want to make sure that... Is that the Queen? Show more. No? I can't wait. It looks good. I love Kristen Bell. I hope she will do an English accent like in The Good Place. Oh, really? Yeah, and somebody says here, if you've seen Wedding Date, Wedding Singer, Wedding Planner, My Best Friend's Wedding, Runaway Bride, this seems like a retread. Definitely. Definitely for sure. You know, she's reluctant to get, she doesn't want to be there at this wedding and stuff like that. And Allison Janney's like the mother kind of thing. And she's pouring a lot of wine for herself kind of thing. And then you know how it's going to end up, that she's against it. And then she won't be against it by the end. She'll support it. Hopefully in a feel-good story kind of thing. What's it called? The People We Hate at the Wedding is the name, full title of it. There's some weird gay... I don't know why, like in 2022, you're still making weird gay observations about... Because the brother apparently is gay. It's weird comedy. It had weird beats in the trailer. That's... Yeah, a little bit of it didn't really match for me. But yeah, it's got Kirsten Bell. Who's that? Cynthia Addai Robinson. I think she's from Rings of Power. I think it is. Right? And yeah, somebody gets locked up. Whatever. Kind of a rom-com kind of thing. The People We Hate at the Wedding. Yeah. Let me just make some confirmations on that. Just want to make this confirmation in my head. Of course, you don't put it on the front page there. Cynthia. Just want to make sure. She's the bride. She's going to be playing the bride. No, she's not in Rings of Power. Oh, no, she is. Sorry. Yeah, that is the queen. Okay, yeah. All right, well, good to see that she's in other works, at least. Because I like the Rings of Power, and she's going to be blind from now on. So, hey, well, spoiler alert. You know what? Whatever. Argos Viking says, The People reminds me of Table 19. Not sure if it performed well. Lisa Kudrow was in it. Really? Well, yeah, it's just like that one person said in the comments. If you see one wedding movie, it's going to be pretty much like the same concepts. You hate it at first. She doesn't want to be there first, but then she has a change of heart, and yeah. But I like the cast. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime. The People We Hate at the Wedding. And release November 18th. November 18th on Amazon Prime. Yeah. What is the other trailer that dropped today? Was for something called The Minute You Wake Up Dead. A stockbroker in a small southern town who gets involved in an insurance scam with the next door neighbor that leads to multiple murders. And it has Morgan Freeman in it as a sheriff, as a detective, kind of figuring out what the heck's going on. Jamie Alexander, Lady Sif, right? Cole Hauser. It's kind of, it's kind of cool to actually see. It starts off with like that monologue from like the narration of Morgan Freeman. It's cool that he's still out working like this. I do think it's narration. Let's see.
Life in Mississippi, in a way.
Yeah, so
I have to ask some questions.
And it's cool. I do like him as in these kinds of roles. I liked him in those Kiss the Girls and Along Came a Spider. And it's cool that he's still able to do movies like this. So it's kind of like a detective story of who done it. Can you trust her?
Just been patient. None of this would have been necessary.
You're being used. Elaine stands to get $500,000.
So there's money in there. There's murder. It's kind of a detective trying to figure out what the heck's going on. And it looks like Jamie Alexander's putting on a decent performance in this. Ooh, it looks like somebody got hit in the head there. Somebody got shot or something through the window there.
Played right into their hands.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be gritty. Cole Hauser. Yeah. So people will be liking that. And Morgan Freeman. Production values looks like it's there, guys. For sure. Yeah. So it's going to be like double crossing, kind of a detective story of people trying to one-up each other for, I don't know if it's going to be a heist or whatever. Yeah. Let's take a look at some of the comments here. It's not that much. Wow, that was the best, shortest action mystery I've ever saw. Glad it didn't take up my whole lunch break. What? Anything with Morgan Freeman gets watched. Yes, it does. Looks like it's going to be pretty good. And I think it will be. I hope it is. The Minute You Wake Up Dead, November 4th. November 4th, so that's just around the corner. Is that going to be on a streaming service? Doesn't say. It doesn't say. All right. And hey, there's the Creed 3 teaser too. If you haven't seen that, guys, go check that out on the channel. Trailer reaction for Creed 3 is up there too. And I think that's it for today. 356. We went through those topics rather nicely. Yeah, that was cool. Okay, guys. Arglass Viking says Morgan is 85. We need to see some actors go to the police academy. Once the greats retire, he'll be short of cop dramas. Yeah. Guys, tomorrow we did movie news today at 3, but we're doing tomorrow at 2 p.m. because I have to go out and see Black Adam at 4. But I'll make sure that it'll be posted. The live link will be posted, I think probably, hopefully around before noon it'll be posted. So you'll know that 2 p.m. tomorrow for movie news. I'll try to fix these banners as we go. We're just going to try this out for a couple of weeks, guys. And if it's not going to take, if I don't get any more people in the live chats, then what we'll do is we'll just go back to the 12 p.m. And I'll balance the schedule back out again. But I want to feel like I want to try something new. Why not? See if we can change it up for a little bit. Let's round out the way that we normally do by taking a look at the old Twitterverse here. Paul Dano says he agreed to star in Denis Villeneuve's Prisoners because he had a massive crush on cinematographer Roger Deakins. Okay, well, Roger Deakins is a legend in cinematography for sure. And that film was very darkly lit in harsh conditions too, like rainy and stuff like that. I like Prisoners, but I just didn't think it was his best work. Diego Calva for Babylon Press, yeah. Rooney Mara, Claire Foy, Jessie Buckley, Women Talking, will be submitted for Best Actress for Oscar considerations. Cool. We don't get enough Rooney Mara. She's very, very talented. I want to see more from her. I need to check this out. Women Talking. See if I can track down a copy of this. Claire Foy. And there is Jessie Buckley, right? Cool. Taylor Russell and Timothée Chalamet submitted for actor considerations. Well, I guess it is coming down to award season, right, guys? Richard Linklater's Hitman Glenn Powell and Adria Arjona has begun filming Hitman. Adria Arjona, she was just last in Morbius, and we saw Glenn Powell in Top Gun Maverick. Cool. Gosh, she's stunning. She is stunning. All right. Docra Montgomery and Vicky Creeps to star in Ghost Story. Went up the hill. Well, everybody likes Docra, right? He was Billy in Stranger Things. Potentially, maybe our new Johnny Storm. Still waiting for that announcement, MCU. And then, I don't know who she is. Went up the hill, a ghost story. I like that. Kiki Palmer. She was just in Nope. And I don't like, it's amazing how much the hair can change somebody's complexion, right? Because she had like the shorter hair and that. Barely recognize her now. But she's very talented. She stole the screen whenever she came on. Kiki Palmer. Matthew Perry opens up about addiction, revealing that he almost died after his colon burst from an opioid. Oh, dude, geez. Dude. Okay, so, well, talk about healing. You talk about it, right? You go through those emotions. Matthew Perry, I hope he's got his life back in order. I'm an extremely grateful guy. I'm grateful to be alive, and that gives me the possibility to do anything. Yes, it does. Lupita Nyong'o, talking about beautiful people being photographed. Wow. Wakanda Forever is going to be, I think it's going to be epic. So I think, and hopefully she's going to be great in it too. I like that photo. I think that's, I'm going to have to put the heart symbol on that one, guys. Yep, I dig it. All right, Lupita Nyong'o covers the latest issues of Hollywood Reporter. Zac Efron training for the Iron Claw. Really? Zac Efron just said he didn't like working out like this, but he looks ripped again. So maybe he could play a Wolverine. Who knows? Jeez, my God. Michelle Yeoh. All right. What's this? Joe Alwyn co-wrote Sweet Nothing off Taylor Swift's upcoming 10th album, Midnights. Oh yeah, Midnights comes out. Maybe I'll do I don't know. I don't know if it's suited for this channel. I want to do kind of like a listening party, but it's kind of hard not to. You can't play the sound, so it's just me sitting there reacting to the music. I don't know. A new look at Mark Malloy's The Menu. Anya Taylor-Joy and Ray Fiennes in 1 month. Yeah, we're seeing The Menu. Ray Fiennes and Nicholas Hoult. Anya Taylor-Joy. Can't wait for it. The Banshees of Inisherin is officially 100% certified. Yeah, I heard about this. It's opening up in limited release. And it's not opening up this weekend close to me. But if it's not opening up this weekend, whenever it does get its wider release, the smaller art house theater here will play it. And as soon as I get out to it, guys, this is one that I'm anticipating because I hear great things from Colin Farrell in this. Brendan Gleeson, Barry Keoghan right there. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. 100%. That's high. That's high. Babylon getting pushed. Carey Mulligan submitted for Oscar consideration. All right, I think that's it for today, guys. You know, yeah, and that's where we ended yesterday with the Creed 3 trailer. Because that's where I got off and did that quickly up. All right, guys, so we'll try this for the next couple of weeks. I think I need at least 2 weeks of this just to see if it catches on. And if it doesn't, we'll go back to the 12 p.m. time just because it works better for me. It does. Well, sort of. I don't know. We'll see. Expect a few changes, a few tweaks in the schedule, a few things here and there that'll be different on the channel just to see if we can drive some more traffic towards us. We're growing. We are growing. So hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe. And tomorrow, Black Adam, 2 p.m. We'll be doing the movie news show tomorrow, 2 p.m. That's it. Thank you very much. And see you next time on Mirror Domain.